Hey Earth Signs, it's Christine, and this is going to be your monthly general for January 2024. This is going to be for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You're taking control. You had a decision to make. There's some contradictory energy here, though. There was a decision you needed to make in the past, but you've made it. I don't know how much action you're taking on it, though. You're dropping your guard. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, the strong Cancer energy here. I'm gonna give another one on that Knight of Wands because you're taking control. You want to, but the actions right now. Let me. Okay, some of you. Okay, something that happened in the past is still you're carrying it. You think you've let it go, but you haven't. And I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you won't. And some of you may have. Some of you have not, though. You are dropping your defenses. You're tired of the conflict, whatever this is. And for some of you, this is the conflict within your head. And some of you could be feeling like, one of the definitions of the Hierophant in reverse is a fall from grace. I feel like some of you may not even feel worthy of. And I want to read. It's interesting because I want to read the oracle card that I pulled for you before I go further because I feel like it's really, really relevant to how you might be feeling about yourself. Because there's an awareness and you want to take control, but there's something you're still holding on to. You have not fully healed and let it go. And be mindful of that because you do not want to take that energy into something new that you're doing. So the oracle says you've pulled poinsettia because your hardships, mistakes, and shortcomings are your beauty in the darkness. You may feel called to hide them for a time, where they will slowly morph into something new. And I love the idea of transmuting, this is me, transmuting negative into something positive because it's all energy. And we're allowed a certain amount of energy every day. It's up to you to choose how you're going to spend it. It says, okay, when they finally come to light, you will feel your mistakes are stunning representations of your strength and determination to succeed, despite your past. And I love that. I love that because you're over the conflict, you're dropping your defenses, and that doesn't mean that you're accepting unacceptable behavior. You may be choosing your battles and choosing what it's even worth to fight about or who's worth fighting for. And this does not have to be romantic. This could very well be a friend, another family member. And that could be where that Hierophant comes in the reverse as well. It says, these parts of you cannot come to light without your help. So you're still in your head about this, but there is positivity. There is a little stagnancy at the end here, but it says the dark parts of you, they must be recovered if they're ever to be admired in the light. This process is called shadow work. And when you are brave enough to enter the darkness, you will return wholly transformed. I love this card. You're being guided to seek out your hidden parts. You may think others will judge you for things you've done. And as I just said in the last video, it is none of our business what other people think of us. Because somebody will always have a fucking opinion. Always. How do you feel about yourself? That's what matters. Because that's going to determine the type of behaviors you tolerate, the type of people you have in your life. You could be wanting to do something that people aren't expecting you to do. Again, none of your business what they think of you. You got to do you. As long as you're not running over people or hurting anybody. You may think, okay, so that is a natural feeling to have. That is caring what other people think. But know that those parts have made you who you are. They give you character where others are hollow. And they've taught you lessons that have contributed to your growth. There's still so much to learn from these parts. So it's so imperative. Some of the most difficult things we have gone through are absolutely the biggest lessons that we've learned. And I'm sure many of you know that we do not see that. And we're in the middle of that shit. We don't. But but you're being advised to open your heart, whether it be to another person. Again, some of you are definitely dealing with a water sign, specifically a Cancer. Open your heart. And another thing I said in the last video was, we cannot, and I've said this many times, I think I've actually, this is something I learned relatively recently, about selectively shutting off your heart. We can't do it. You have to, there's no way around it. You got to go through it. There has to be some comfort in vulnerability. Where you have control is the people that you're going to allow yourself to be vulnerable with. You know, and some, even our family, we can't be, you know. And I hate that ideology that we should excuse shitty behaviors from, assuming for those of you that this is your family, because, you know, well, it's your mom, it's your sister, the way I see it, that's the very reason that their behaviors are unacceptable. I mean, we shouldn't have to dim our own light because of others. Never. Some of you could have, you know, if any of this is romantic for you and there's something ending, and for some of you this could be separating from a family member. Some of you it could be about a marriage. You could be stopping the fight there. But there's new around you. And if you're waiting on someone, which I'd never advise, they're coming in, but they're coming in slow. I'm going to get one on that Three of Pentacles for your advice card. That would be about collaborating. And I feel like this is really about coming together with what the people and the things that you feel are valuable, that are worth your time. Not everybody is. And I know people right now are going through it, especially with family, because we've been around them way more than we want to in many cases. I'm not saying everybody's wanting to avoid their family, but I am getting one more on that Three of Pentacles. Yes, your advice, yes, is to collaborate. So it's not telling you to withdraw completely. It's telling you to pick and choose. Sorry, guys. Pick and choose how you are going to expend your energy. This is like, almost like a karmic cleansing. Right, that Three of Pentacles. And I'm telling you, people, places, and things. Alright. Oh, sorry, guys. This deck's so little. Yep, I'm trying to get one on that Three of Pentacles for your advice. Sorry, guys, I can't force it. Oh. Yeah, inspired action. Hey, I don't know. If you have something to say, say it. I can't say it clear enough. Speak up. Watch your words and watch where you're coming from when you do it. But speak your truth. I mean, you have 3 nights in a row here, which I actually like. For some, it could be somebody. So actually, you have every night here. You have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So that is any night. It's inspired action. It's opening your heart. You could be, some of you, being open to somebody who's coming in, though they're dragging ass. Pick and choose where you expend your energy. And don't be hard on yourself. Don't, whether you realize it or not, because you could say all day long, oh, I deserve better. Do something about it. And what I mean by that is not controlling others' behavior. What I mean is by what are you allowing into your life? It's time to start anew. It could be stepping outside of the box. It could be doing something that your family has an opinion about. Again, because these are general, there's a lot of messages here. For some, this is about a marriage or a long-standing relationship that you're just choosing not to even fight for anymore. I mean, some of you could choose not to argue, period, but there's been a lot of conflict in it. In your outcome, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but there's something not over. There's something you're not bringing closure to. I'm not saying you can't, I'm saying you're not. Whether it's consciously or... All right, I want one more on that Death in reverse. Because, yeah, that just... Okay, that's a self-deception. Because then here, okay, so then we have the quit deceiving yourself. I don't think that this is the Seven of Swords, you know, lying, trickery. What I think this is you deceiving yourself by not letting something come to an end that you know, and that's where the self-deception comes in, because you're aware, but you're not doing anything about it. And it's not like everything stops and ends with whatever this is. There is so much potential here, but not until you, number one, quit being so hard on yourself. You're almost out of this and you're ready to take control, but there might be some type of self-doubt. Trust your feelings. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year.